Welcome to another episode of Unleashing You. These episodes are designed to help you see the world differently and open up worlds of possibility. At Unleash You, we believe that knowledge is power, and we love sharing both. During a flight, I sat next to a couple of cow farmers, and I learned some interesting facts. But one fact in particular has stuck with me through the years. Being from Kansas City, I have seen my share of cows. And so I asked one of these farmers, cows don't seem particularly smart, yet they find their ways out of gates and fences quite often. How do they manage this? The farmer looks at me and says, "Son, do you know what a cow does all day?" And I replied to that, I actually have no idea what a cow does all day. And the farmer responded and said, "They stare at the fence." This is the luxury of focus. In our world today, we have an addiction to busy. Now, in a business setting, we call it something productive. We call it multitasking, where the busier we are, the more we multitask, the more value we must be creating. Or, at the very least, the more valuable we appear to be. The reality is, with this busyness, this multitasking, we're simply fracturing our focus. Now, computers are really good at this. It's a concept called context switching. But in humans, this context switching or multitasking is actually incredibly damaging to our productivity and energy levels. A lot of research has gone into showing how a human brain processes context switching far differently than the computers do. And the cost it has on our focus and energy levels is vastly negative. I want you to run an experiment, or perhaps you've had this experience before. Get in your car, drive around, get lost. As you're trying to figure out directions, take note of the first thing you do. Odds are you'll be reaching for the radio and turning it down or off. Instinctively, we already accept that humans are terrible at multitasking, but whether through pride, ego, a sense of expectation from others, we continue to add more and more to our plates, more and more to this delicate balancing act, firm in our belief that this multitasking is valuable. We live in a world and work in a business environment that has competing priorities. We will never solve that problem. But if you find yourself and your to-do list getting longer and longer, stop juggling plates. Identify the high priority tasks that need to get done and focus on them until they are complete. Now, how does this context switching apply to us when we're learning new skills and new concepts? Multitasking and fracturing your focus during learning is the most clear path to failure. I had a music professor once stand at the door before every class, and as we were walking in, she was holding a trash can, asking us to spit our gum into the trash can. Her reasoning? She said, and I quote, "The mind cannot be occupied in two places at once. You cannot chew your gum and focus on the music we're listening to today at the same time." Now, I don't know that I fully agree with the particulars of gum chewing being a distraction, but her overall lesson is well stated. Dedicate yourself to those learning moments. Don't be distracted. Don't lie to yourself that you can multitask during the learning process. You're only fracturing your focus, and your future self will be disappointed in the today you for not focusing on the learning. Take care.